is here. The champ 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 is here.
This radio show, loved by many, hated by a few, respected by all, second to none. This is the second segment of the show. If you've been catching the show, we do this in segments. So we started it off. Gabe don't know nothing about this. He's a young dude. He don't know nothing about this. Oh, happy birthday, brother.
Appreciate you.
Yeah, you catching up, man.
Hey, you know.
you got one on me, man. You catching up.
Hey, look.
Hey, how old are you now, man?
24.
24 years old. All of my children are older than you, man. Every single one of them.
Yeah.
Yay,
I'm the baby in my family.
I can't call my daughters babies, and they wouldn't like that. I do that on the radio deal. And the youngest is 30, and the oldest just turned 40, man. Hey,
My sister will be 40 this year.
yeah, man. Hey, and I appreciate you, man. Follow me on social media and everything, man. I try to be somewhat entertaining, and we want you to follow me on social media as well. Can't even say it, and so got my tongue tied and everything. But follow me on social media, Ed Gray 1906 on Twitter and on Instagram as well. And that's how we began the show. We began the show off by telling everybody on Instagram to tune in on Facebook. And then we have the show, the meat of the show right there on Facebook, and then we close out on Instagram. See, Gabe didn't know we did all that. He seen what I do first thing and everything. So last week I talked about Rick James, the concert that Rick James did on Instagram. You check that one out, Gabe? Yeah, check that one out, man. I can't tell you about it now. I want you to look at it. Rick James and me, Instagram, but check it out. And I think we're going to close off, talking about some other stuff on Instagram as well. But I want to talk to you about some things that happened in Dallas this past week. In Dallas, I used to be on the radio show KHVN, and I also was on WFAA Inside Texas Politics. So using all that, what we're doing now is we're bringing community news to you just like this. But we need you to share it. Share it. And also up at the top, right there. Look at that. There you go again. Yep. Gray Vision. Cash App. Because that way we'll be able to go ahead and have those exciting interviews like we did earlier with Claudia Clark. Wrote this book. And she called in all the way, Skyped in from Berlin, Germany. So this show's international. We had interviews with people from Nigeria and now interviews from people from Germany. So it's not like just, as I've often said, the best radio show from Como to the Congo. We're proving that because we're over in Europe as well. So people listening into this show as well. But we need you to support this show through the Cash App right there. We need you to support us. But we need you to also do something about the Dallas Fire Department, the paramedics, the people who are there to serve us. Now, I know we have what they consider a homeless issue in Dallas. Now, how can we have a homeless issue? I think the homeless have the issue. They don't have a home to go to. But we're just inconvenienced when someone asks us for $1, a quarter. They get on our nerves because we're on our way to go somewhere else. Normally it's to spend some more money, but they don't have a roof over their head, or maybe they have a bridge over their head. But nevertheless, when somebody who has a mental illness, decides to do something such as start a fire, and the person, for lack of a better word, is wilding out, and they're mentally ill and they're homeless, they're also humans. human beings. And my doctorate is in human rights. So therefore, I speak on humanity. And speaking on humanity means that if you're not going to give no dollars to somebody, roll the windows up, you don't want to engage, I got that. But when people are supposed to help, they're not supposed to beat people up. Gabe, do you have the drop? Let's play the clip, and I'll let you see for yourself.
Tase him.
Lay down. Next. Do it again. You're going to get it again.
Get down on your stomach. On your stomach.
Here. Turn around.
It was no bill. The Dallas grand jury no billed the fire department for doing that. Now, what I'm doing now, as you can see, I am texting people now, and I'll probably end up texting you as well, so you could go ahead and text. Well, I need you to go ahead and text the people downtown, the city manager's office, because something needs to be done about that. Something obviously needs to be done about how we pick grand juries, because the grand juries definitely should have stepped up and said that just because you wear a badge, and you know the police department wear a badge and a gun, well, the fire department has a badge as well, and they're there to help us. But that is no way to kick somebody in the face, to dare somebody to get up, to tase them. That's an electric current running through somebody's body. And as you could see, they tased him with no regard to his humanity. Like you would tase a dog and say, well, we just tased him. But that's not right. So contact the city manager's office and say, hey, look, we need to check our fire department, our paramedics, to make sure that they're doing the right thing. And the right thing is treating people regardless of where they live at. He didn't have a zip code. We can't even say this happened in the 75216 area code, you know, the zip code, 7216 zip code. We can't say anything about that because he didn't have one. But he is a human. He is a human. We can't say that this happened because, well, they're only doing black people like this. No, he wasn't black. He was a human. A human being. That's the only race that should really matter in this particular situation or any situation. The human race. That's what we need to do. We need to make sure we do that. So from time to time, that's what we're going to do. We want you to share this. We want you to share it and share it. I need your help on that, folks. I need your help. We've been doing this show now through live Facebook now for 6 years. Well, we were on this show here at Fishbowl Radio Network for 8, but for the last 6 years we've been doing this show. And we used to get thousands and thousands of views. And it was cool. But when they started shadow banning us because you were doing something about it. You were looking at the feed. They started limiting the amount of people that were able to see it. We don't want them to do that because this is not a Vanity Fair. We are playing one thing that's called life. And while we playing this thing called life, we want to help everybody that's in the game with us. And you're in that game with me. If you're listening to us and looking at us on this Facebook Live, we want you to share this to other platforms as well. Because as Gil Scott-Heron once said, the revolution will not be televised, but it can be played out in 140 characters or less on Twitter. Now, if you don't think the revolution will not be televised, look at all of the people, and it's countless people who have been brutalized all the way down, from Rodney King to Breonna Taylor, Ahmaud Arbery, hundreds of people, because people put it out on first a video camera and then YouTube, where you can follow this show, Ed Gray, the Commish Radio. Because this is where we're putting this at. We want to make sure you're involved. We no longer have KHVN. We no longer have KKDA. But you have the Commish Radio Show. And I have you. And that's the reason why I hope you're back next week. Listen to us. When you hear that drum beat saying the champ is here, it's not, again, a Vanity Fair. It's a call for those who listen to the chant and the beat of the drum to stand up for justice, because the champ is here. Thank you for tuning in to the Commish Radio Show. Follow us on Instagram, Ed Gray 1906, and follow us on Twitter, Ed Gray 1906. We'll see you guys next week. Take care.
Who was that masked man? You mean you don't know? That was no masked man. That was the Commish. Saturdays from 5 to 6 p.m. on the Fishbowl Radio Network.
Do you love reading books? Then make sure you come out to the 17th Annual Tullahoma South Dallas Book Fair on August 20th from noon to 4 p.m. at the African American Museum located at 3536 Grand Avenue in Dallas. This is a free event with author presentations, open mic poetry, performances, book signings, kids activities, and more. For more information, please visit TullahomaBookFair.org or call 214-565-9026.
Hey, you know, whenever I want good Cajun food, I go to Thibodeau's, located at 107 North Cedar Ridge in Duncanville, Texas. They're really hot, just like the Commish Radio Show in Thibodeau's. Hot as this gumbo. We will see you later at Thibodeau's.